News for New York presents Positively Black.
They're hoping for a black business boom in New York City. That's why Long Island's African American Chamber of Commerce, that's worked to bridge the gap between corporate and community affairs, now includes Queens and an inaugural chapter in Brooklyn to serve Kings County. Phil Andrews is the president of Long Island African American Chamber of Commerce, and LaShawn Allen Muhammad is the newly appointed director of the Brooklyn chapter. And LaShawn, you already have an agenda. I've heard you and seen you in print saying you want to take things to the next level. So
Yes.
where do you start in Brooklyn when it comes to business?
Well, I mean, business is booming in Brooklyn right now, as you know.
To say the least.
To say the least. Brooklyn is slowly but surely becoming the new Mecca of New York City. And so where we begin is we really take a sort of like put our finger on the pulse of where the development is happening and find out where the gaps are. And that's how we make the connection between existing business to help expand existing business as well as develop new.
Now, any
business.
specific areas that you're targeting, or craftsmen or anything like that?
Well, yeah, so the initial, actually, is we're launching our first project is working with the general tradesmen, construction, electricians, plumbers, and helping them not only get certified, but also make the connections with not only government, but also the private companies, because, it's interesting, there's a lot of money being left on the table.
Really?
Yeah, because because again, there's that, they need a bridge. Folks are busy working all day. They don't have time to do the research and find out where they should, where there's new business opportunities, and that's what the chamber will do.
Well, speaking of research, Phil, it's on you. The silly question is, why Brooklyn? Why expand what's happening in Long Island to include a Kings County chapter?
Well, when we originally defined the chapter in our mission, Long Island, we went back to the original definition of Long Island. So that's all of the counties in Long Island, Queens, and Brooklyn, and the trade zone is going to be larger, and we need to meet critical mass in order to really do business with government agencies. So we're ramping up minority certification. We've already got a major partnership with a state university of New York, and we're working to really hone in on that governor's law of 30% of all business going to minority companies. So this is a good time for us in America.
Now we're looking at some of your events that you have. You have not only the networking events, but the business card exchanges. What can people expect from you guys in the future, especially now that you've expanded? More of that, I imagine.
Well, one of the things that we want to do is really give people technical advice. We also want to be able to support the existing businesses, like there's been a decline in business storefronts and restaurants, so we want to go back to those businesses, identify the businesses that we do have, and strengthen them. And I think Wall Street is all across America in downtown African American communities, and we want to rebuild Wall Street across the region, and I think we'll be able to do it with some discipline.
How can folks be a part of the chamber?
Bill, you want to give your contact information?
Well, they can call us. I mean, you can email us at info@liac.com. We have a Facebook page. You can Google us. Facebook and social media is very important.
The networking is always important all the way around.
And we can also be reached very shortly at liac.com, liaacc.com. And we're very accessible. We get people calling us every day because our work is out there in the universe.
All right. Well, LaShawn and Phil, thank you so much for being here to talk about it.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it, Tracy.
Thank you.
This has been a public affairs presentation from NBC for New York. Positively Black.